Getting ready to fire it up. Going to smoke a pork chuck roast. Then low and slow it. Put it on the kettle at 225 until it reaches about 165, 170. Then I'm going to put it in a foil pan. Add some beef broth to it. Wrap it up in foil and let it go to around 205 degrees. Then let it cool down. Then I'm going to shred it. Do some beef nachos and a beef sandwich, stuff like that. So stay tuned. Alright guys, let's get to the ingredients for my dry rub that I'm going to use for this beef chuck roast that I'm going to shred, cook slow and low. I'm going to use a half a cup of sea salt, got a quarter cup of onion powder, quarter cup of chili powder. I got a quarter cup of granulated garlic. I got an eighth of a cup of black pepper, which is right here. I got a teaspoon of parsley and a teaspoon of oregano and a quarter cup of onion powder. So we're gonna mix that all together. Then I'll rinse that off, pat it dry, and just let the moisture itself, let the rub adhere to that. Not gonna use no binder, nothing like that. I'm gonna let it sit for about 30 minutes and get the Weber up to temperature, which is gonna take about 30 minutes. So I'll see you after we get this thing rubbed down and just before we put it on the Weber. I'll talk to you guys then. Just got it rinsed off. Got the rub put in a little shaker bottle that I save and use when I make my different rubs at times. And there's my grandbaby singing in the background. You guys see that okay? All right. On the Weber Kettle, got some just some Kingsford briquettes. I'm using some pecan chunks and you're going to use a chunk of hickory also. Mix them together. Give us a nice liberal coating on both sides. Like I said, I'm going to let it sit for a good half hour. And once the temperatures get up on the Weber Kettle, we'll get this on there as soon as possible. So we're going to go for a low and slow cook on this. So I'm expecting it's going to take a good 6-7 hours probably. At around 250 is what I'm going to run the Weber at. Flip this up on the side and get all the sides here. And then when I'm done using this shaker, I'm going to go out in my shop and get an 1/8 inch drill bit. I'm going to drill these holes a little bigger so it comes out on the shaker a little easier for me. It's like I got to force it out of here. But needless to say, we'll get it done, guys. You guys still see that, right? All right. As far as the cut of meat, this is an Angus cut. They had a couple different ones, but I wanted to go with the Angus. Had the better marbling to it. So, all right, that looks good to me. Looks good to you guys on your side? Yeah, look, a little bit over here on this back side here. Get this real good here. Apologize, my hand's in the way, guys. I'm right-handed, so next time I'll set my camera up on my left side so it won't be in the way. I apologize, guys. So anyway, back at you guys a little bit once the Weber comes up to temp, and we'll go from there. All right, guys, see you in a little bit. Temps are, can we see that? There we go, 257. So we are right on schedule. Let's get that hunk of meat on my old kettle. Old reliable. Smoke's rolling. Like I said, I got some pecan right there, and I got another piece, and I got a hickory in between them both. So we should be good to go for meat, or for smoke for the meat. I'm gonna lay that sucker right there over top of that pan, like so. I'm gonna shut this lid, because I know it's gonna flare up pretty soon. It don't take much. And we'll see you guys, I don't know, about an hour. Take a look, see, and we'll go from there. All right, guys. There we go, guys. Nice thin blue smoke coming out of the old Weber. There we go. Oh, the smell of that pecan wood. Oh my goodness. You guys know what it smells like. I don't have to go into detail. All right, guys. Just wanted to show you that little thin blue line of smoke. See you guys in a little while. Hope everybody's having a great weekend. Right now in Arizona, it's a nice breezy day. It's about 92 degrees. I wish it was about 72 degrees, but hey, I'll take it at 92. It'll only drop in temperature as the days go on here. So, with all that said, I'll talk to you guys soon. And get to smoking something. All right, guys, thanks. Hours. Check some temps here. 54, 55, 56. 59. 60. All right, we're gonna let it go another 5-10 degrees. Then I'm gonna put it in the pan, add some beef broth, and cover it up. I'll talk to you soon. Let's get this chuck roast off and put it in the foil pan with some beef broth. Internal temps are about 163, 164-ish. So I'm right at the stall in this semi hunk of meat. So we're gonna get this thing in there and back in a second. Let's do a close-up before we put it in the foil pan. All that smells so good. All right, guys, back in a minute. Internal temps have been reached. Run about 225 the entire cook. So still have plenty of coals left. But let's get this off of here. We're going to let it rest for about 20-30 minutes, and then we're going to shred it. And we'll come back then. Let's take a peek at this. That smells so good. Pull that out, put it to the side. I'm gonna let it open up about, I don't know, about a minute. So it'll stop cooking. Then I'll wrap it back up and just let it sit for, like I say, 30 minutes. Then we'll shred it and we'll go from there. Yummy. All right, guys. See you in about 30 minutes. Just unwrapped it after about 20 minutes rest. We're gonna dig into it and start pulling it, shredding it. Pretty squishy. All right, guys. I'll be back in a couple minutes. Duly noted, when smoking one of these and you want to try to shred it, maybe take it to 210 degrees. You're not going to hurt the beef. It'd just be a lot easier to shred. So what I had to do, some parts were, easier to shred than others. As you can see right here. You see that? Let's see. Yeah. All those bits and pieces were easy to shred. They were on the outside edges, but the center, what I had to wind up doing is cutting it up like you see right here. And it's still It's good, by all means, but just got to cut it up and pull it instead of just getting a good shred. Got to pull it a little bit. But other than that, it's delicious. Got a nice smoke ring. See on that one? And the bark. Nice bark. Nice little smoke ring. Loads of flavor to it. But like I say, take it to 210 degrees. I know the next one I do, I'm going to take it to 210 degrees. Because you're not going to hurt this beef. That's for sure. Just makes it a lot easier to shred. But other than that, I'm going to pull the rest of this, chop it up, and get some nachos. And like I say, we're going to make some pulled beef nachos. And I'll show you the plate of that when we're all done. All right, guys, stick around. Here we have the pulled beef nacho supremo. A little bit of jalapenos, corn. What else you got on there? Some sriracha cream sauce, 4 blend cheese. Looks pretty good, huh? See if I can get a close up. Well, yeah, that's going to be good. Pull that to the side. I also did a little sandwich. Got to have a little sandwich. What I like to put on my sandwich is my sriracha cream sauce. Just drizzled over top. Like that. That's some good stuff here, guys. Alright, I'm going to wrap this up. Appreciate you guys sticking around for this entire cook today. As always, like, subscribe, and comment. And I greatly appreciate it, guys. Take care. Until the next cook. I forgot to take a bite test, guys. Delicious. I'll definitely do it again. Like I say, next time I'll take the temps up to 210 degrees. And I know that'll be a lot easier to shred instead of having to, shred what I can shred, then chop up the rest. But either way, turned out delicious. Took about total time about 6 hours to cook it. It was just under 3 pounds. So with all that said, until next time, happy smoking.